Okay, let's go. Classe de français. And we're starting now. Jessie, don't. Please, thank you. French Smart 5. And now we're going to start here. Uh, for today's class, we'll have les activités quotidiennes, daily activities. We will have first la présentation et activité, presentations and activities. Then we will have grammaire et activities. This one is harder than the past one because we have grammar and activities to practice and review that grammar part. And then we also have more grammar and activities. This one will have two sections of grammar. And then we will have here expressions like we always do. You can see it's generally the same format. Remember, if you want to practice you can do it writing on private, and please I don't want to take several actions to be too rude to you, so please don't write on the screen. Okay, so let's start. Let's go with this, with la présentation and activities. La présentation et activité. Okay, we're gonna see the daily activities, words related to the daily activities, and the present tense of ER verbs, the ones that finish by ER, and aimer plus infinitive. Like I was setting an example in the last class, this is gonna be from here. Because aimer is a verb that ends with ER. That means like the infinitive form are going to end with ER. Okay, maybe you already know about this, and this is very good for review to see all the rules. And also remember that here we're gonna have all the verbs. Copie les mots, copy the words. This is just to practice, and remember that you also have here phonetics, how it sounds. Okay, aimer, marcher, regarder, penser, dessiner, pleurer, rêver, manger, sommeiller. Okay, there's gonna be aimer, to like, marcher, to walk, regarder, to look, to watch. Then we're gonna have penser, to think, dessiner, to draw, pleurer, to cry, rêver, to dream, manger, to eat, and sommeiller, to nap. When you're gonna nap, say sommeiller. And also pay attention, because all these verbs that end by er, we never pronounce the r at the end. We never pronounce that r. Jessie, please, I want you to pay attention to this. And if you have any questions, just write it privately to me on the chat. Okay, so also, these are all the verbs that end by er, and they're all gonna have the same rules, except for this verb that is aller, that means to go. This is the only verb in er that finish with these ones, with these two letters. That is gonna be an irregular verb. Okay, that's gonna be the only one. J'aime dessiner, says Eric. Okay, that's amazing. That's so good to draw. Okay, so let's go with more of them. We have écouter, that is to listen to. Pay attention, because maybe if you know some verbs, this is a good review. And also, if you don't know them, this is some more to add to your vocabulary. Étudier is to study. Danser is to dance. And pay attention, because you write it down in French with an S, not with a C, with an S. Then we have donner, that is to give. Aider, that is to help. Parler, that is to talk. And you can tell that in all the verbs that I just said, I never pronounce the R, okay? We never pronounce the R in the ending, okay? Um, no, tu n'as pas besoin de tes caméras. You don't need your cameras. Okay, page 11. Écrivez la lettre correspondante devant le verbe. Write the corresponding letter in front of the verb, because here we have all people with all actions, and we have regarder, dessiner, étudier, manger, et parler. If you want to practice, this is very good. I'm gonna start writing down the answers little by little. We have regarder, like the picture D. Here clearly we have regarder. Here we have dessiner, that this is gonna be picture E. Oh, I wrote an R. We have étudier, that is picture A. Then we have also manger, that is clearly picture B. Look at that sandwich, it looks so delicious. And we have parler, that is testi. Okay. Also remember that all these activities and what we're doing in this class is for review. We're reviewing everything. So you can write down and then you can do it on your own, but you will have the answers here. Okay. So remember, regarder, dessiner, étudier, manger, parler. We never pronounce the R. Okay, let's keep going with the next part, with the grammar part and activities. And here's where we see les pronoms repris. Replace the subject of the sentence with the correct personal subject pronoun to decide which verb ending to use. Okay? Because sometimes instead of having, I don't know, let's say Vincent aime dessiner, for example. No, we're gonna have mon chien, and we will need to know it's il, it's elle. What are we gonna use in the verb, right? What's the correct pronoun? So that's why this table here is very good and very helpful. For masculine singular, it's gonna be il. Masculine plural is gonna be il with an S too. Feminine is gonna be for singular elle and plural elle too. Pay attention because for this one, the pronunciation, they're all alone are the same. Okay, so you need to pay attention to how you write it down. And then moi and another person, me and another person, it's gonna be nous, and toi and another person, you and another person is gonna be vous. Okay? And j'ai travaillé avec ça, Jessie. Okay, that's good. Okay, so in this activity, we have remplacer les noms par les bons pronoms sujets, replace the nouns with the correct subject noun, and here you will have il, nous, vous, elle. Remember to check the table that we just came to see to make this activity. And we have tes cousins et toi, your cousins and you. That's a very easy word because it's similar to English. Les hommes, the men, mon ami et moi, my friend and me, and les filles, the girls. I remember from the past class we have les toilettes des filles. Oui. Alors, for this one, we will need to write the right pronoun. Like if we say tes cousins et toi, it's gonna be vous because it's your cousins and you. If we have les hommes, it's gonna be ils because it's they are. Okay, Kayla, no, to do that. It's gonna be ils, plural, because there are so many of them. Then mon ami et moi is gonna be nous because it's us. And les filles is gonna be elles because it's female, okay? And also remember that here we fait la liaison here, les hommes, that's how we pronounce it, okay? So yes, here. Uh, so pay attention to these ones, complete the activities so you have it as an example, and let's keep going. So in this one, we're gonna have right now for grammar and activities, we're gonna have the verbs. That this is the most important part. So Kayla, I want you to pay attention to this. It's gonna be like this. Uh, some infinitives end in er, and these belong to the first group of verbs. Like I said, these are gonna have the same ending once we're trying to conjugate them. Most er verbs take these endings. All you need to do is to replace the er in the infinitive with these endings. Okay, so let's say we have an example infinitive aimer. We are going to take this out like this, and we're going to add different endings. For je, we're going to add I. Tu, is, tu aimes. Elle, il, on add an I only. Nous, nous aimons. Vous, vous aimez. And il, elle, ils aiment. And remember that if the verb starts with an A or with with a vowel or with an H, we do the liaison here. We were gonna say nous aimons, vous aimez, elles aiment with the plurals. Okay? Example, tu plus penser, penser, penser. Okay? So I'm gonna go over this again just in case. So uh, Okay, so here we're gonna have mhm, j'aime, tu aimes, il aime, nous aimons, vous aimez, ils aiment. Don't worry so much about the pronunciation, we're going to see the grammar. We're gonna have aimer, so we take down the er part and we add something different. We keep this aim and we're gonna have es, ons, ez, ent. Okay, these are gonna be what we're gonna add. So now let's practice all of this, right? Because it's good to see there on the table, it's very clear, but what about when we need to practice? Okay, I'm gonna leave you a few seconds for you to complete it, to try to complete it, and then I will give you the answers. Uh, Okay, so let's start. Écrivez les bonnes formes du verbe. Write the correct form of the verbs, and this is very important too. Let's start with le verbe étudier, and then pronoun is going to be vous. Vous étudiez. Let's continue with aide. That means help. Elle aide. Je parle. Tu regardes. Il pleure. Nous rêvons. Remember this to dream. Elle écoute. Et il pense. Okay? Check the answers, please. So yes, don't make like if you start spamming again on the chat, we won't be able to interact with each other. So don't make everyone to take out the permissions to write down. Please be respectful, because otherwise, yes, it's gonna be bad. Eric, please calm down. Okay, so remember here we're gonna go over each verb and how we did it. We have remember étudier, we take out this and we change the is it. We take this and we add this. We take out this and we add this. And same here and here, here and here, here and here. We add O and S, écouter in here and here. This is very important. If this is helpful for you, if this is gonna be good for you, you can do it the first times that you are practicing with this verb, okay? So in this case, if it's helpful for you, you can divide this, you can write that line and it's gonna be good, okay? Okay, so let's continue with the next activity. This one says, écrivez la bonne forme du verbe. Write the correct form of the verb. You can say it's the same, but this time the pronouns, we will need to think very well what we're going to use because we have the verbs here, nager, penser, marcher, parler, pleurer, danser, sommeiller, écouter, manger. These are all the ones that we have been seeing before too, but the difference is now the noun that we have here is gonna change. It's gonna be different. We're not gonna have elle or il, we're gonna have Jean. Ma mère et moi, le bébé, Lucie, la fille. So we need to think if we're gonna do a singular, a plural, or what we're gonna do, okay? Okay, so to do this one, I'm gonna leave you again a few seconds. And I'm gonna start writing them down and yes, then I'm going to explain. I'll write it here and I'm going to explain to you. Je nage, l'étudiante étudie, ma mère et moi nous marchons, les coussins marchent et nous marchent, ils parlent, le bébé pleure, Marie et son chien dansent, Lucie et... Oh wait, what is with the bébé here? It's different. Kayla, stop. Okay. Yeah, the bébé is crying here. Oh, sorry. pleure. Yes. Here it's yes. Marie et son chien dansent. Lucie rêve. Les chiens sommeillent. La fille écoute. Et les garçons mangent. Okay, Sophia, stop. And the good thing that when you write something here so that I can see who make it, so next time I can just bond them. Okay, so here I'm going to write down what will be what we're gonna use. Jean, il will be this one. That's why we wrote nage. L'étudiante, elle. Ma mère et moi, it's like we were using nous. Les coussins est il. Euh, La bébé, pardon, le bébé est il. Marie et son chien, in this case, will be il. Lucie, elle. Les chiens, il. La fille, elle. Oops, listen. Elle, et les garçons, it's il. Okay? So, il nage, nous marchons, il pleure, elle rêve. Oui, that's if this is helpful for you, you can write it down at first and then you will get used to it to replace the pronouns. Okay? Okay, I'm gonna leave there a few seconds too so we can keep going. Don't worry, we don't have so much more left. Okay, so also I'm gonna write out here where are the endings specifically. I'm gonna do it like this with this, so it's clear for everyone. Here, here, these are all the different endings that we are using. If all of this at first helps you to mark everything with colors, it's good. Because eventually, and maybe to it helps a lot to study and to get used to it. So you see with different colors where are gonna be the endings, and then you get used to it. Okay, okay. Let's keep going with the next activity. Then you can see there all the endings and everything. And now we can keep going. Okay, so for this one, we're gonna see expressions. Okay, and the expression that we're gonna see is to love. I like when I like to do something. J'aime plus l'infinitif. For example, j'aime regarder la télévision. I like watching television. Fifi aime sommeiller au soleil. Fifi likes napping in the sun. Okay? Um, okay. So, let's keep going here. Construisez des phrases avec les mots donnés. Utilisez la construction aimer plus l'infinitif. Make sentences with the given words. Use the construction aimer plus infinitif. For example, tu aimes danser. And I'm going to do the second one as an example too. Je aimais dessiner des tigres. J'aime dessiner des tigres. Someone say something similar earlier. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a few seconds. So you can try to make them. I see Vincent working. I see jamming working too. I see Eric that is not working. Eric, I want to see you working too, please. Also, your shirt is very flawless. I see AG, this girl, so good. That hairstyle so good, so nice. Okay. Remember, if you have any questions, ask me privately. I see Koi there too. Everyone's joining today. Cynthia, Rosalind, Cody, Grace, Alexander, Meow too. Okay. There are so many. Amelie showing every time. Amelie, that French name. I see Sophia too. Hello, Sophia. Okay. Give you one more moment. And Vincent has his camera on all the time and is smiling, makes You finished unit 2? Okay, 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 okay. So in that case, don't worry about it because we're going to correct now so you can tell if you did it correctly or not, okay? Let's start. So first one here, this example, because you did it before. Okay, that's good. Don't worry about it because we're just reviewing here. Okay, it's a reviewing in class. Okay, so the first person here is Sophie, like Sophia. We have here. That's your French name, Sophia. Sophie. Sophie aime rêver la nuit. And pay attention to this. Pay a lot of attention to this because in the first one, we need to see and we need to match who's gonna be the person. But when we like something and we want to say that we like an action, like we like to draw, we like to dance, we like to dream, in that case, we'll leave it with the infinitive, okay? Another one, nous aimons parler. And that's you guys, you love talking. If you can talk, you like to write down, to write too. You like drawing too a lot because you write on my screen. Okay, then we have, vous aimez étudier le français. You love learning English. Sorry, French, right? I know you do. Then we have, ils aiment manger leurs légumes. They like to eat their vegetables. Légumes, sorry, like this. Okay, so these are the corrections, remember, and it's very important that for the first ones, you need to match it. All the first one, j'aime, Sophie aime, nous aimons, le verbe aimer, the aimer verb, it's the one that you need to match. And then the other ones, you can just leave them like that and the infinitive part, okay? I'm still putting different colors on it because maybe this is helpful for you. And if it's good for you, you can mark them, okay? You can mark all of this. It's good, it's very helpful. Okay, gonna leave you a few seconds too so you can correct. Uh, Jessie raised the hand. You can ask me something privately if you want. And also in the ending, we surely will have time. So if you have any questions, we can do it. Yes. Okay. So this is the last activity. So make sure you have it completed, and I'm gonna let you raise your hand if you wanna ask something, and I will unmute you so you can ask any questions too. So yes. Do you have any questions, anything you would like to know, to ask, or something else about French? Or if you want to know how to say that you love to do something else, because we're seeing what we love to do, right? And we have the infinitive part. But if you want to know a verb or something that is not here, maybe too, you can do it. Okay. So yes, you can unmute if you want, and you can ask me anything. We have still 7 minutes left. Do you have any questions?
No.
No? Is everything clear?
Yes.
No.
No? Oh, okay, okay, okay. Do you think this is very easy? The first unit